Everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. And what is behind me? So we still have a U-Haul box there with one of our pictures that needs to go on the wall. And we're still moving in to our place. Here's part of our new spot. This guy off. Here in Bellingham, super excited. But the last 48 hours have been kind of weird, because I started questioning a lot of stuff, like, what am I doing? What's going on? Am I getting a sign from God, from the universe, whatever you want to call that, infinite? And I call it God usually, God. But I don't know if you know, but I had something happen where I was in a big training and I was recording stuff and I didn't want to have a full hard drive on my computer and miss recording some stuff. And so I started deleting a bunch of files I didn't need, a bunch of videos and audios and stuff that I record for each of my one-on-one client sessions. And once I sent it to them, I deleted from my computer at some point, but my desktop was really full. And so there I was listening to this training and deleting stuff. And then it got to the point where I would like just grab a few at a time. And short story of a crazy story was I deleted my business folder of all my creative work. Luckily, I have a computer that's about 2 years. I've had this computer about 2 years, so I have stuff up until about 2 years ago, but I deleted the rest of it for the last 2 years. And I'm like, whoa. And then I realized I deleted my medical intuitive training, but that I have in all sorts of places, so I can get that back easily. But I bought a program and tried to recover the files. And so I finally got to really look at all the files that I deleted. But the problem with this is, because I was doing a training and recording, the way I didn't realize is how computers work, is when you trash something and delete it from your computer, it's still there in the hard drive until you start recording more stuff. And when you start adding more stuff, it starts overwriting the stuff that you trashed. So I was like, oh, please, God, let that stuff still be there. And there's probably a super ninja way to do it if you pay some super computer expert to find it. But I somehow I must have overwritten it. So my business folder with a bunch of creative stuff is gone, totally gone. And then my medical intuitive stuff was gone. I saw that last night, but then I can get that back. And so you can imagine I wasn't sleeping I was waking up in the middle of the night going, man, what does this mean? And Jen told me, it's part of my pattern because of the way things happen, victim stuff, abuse, and just the way I was raised and the way things failed for my family. When I was a little kid, she mentioned something that really was like, yeah, I know it's true, man. Like, I got to really believe that the world looks out for me. Everything happens for my good. And I really can and deserve stuff. And I was like, I know that's true, but God, and so there I was, thinking throughout the night, like, okay, just guide me, tell me, let me see it. Am I supposed to stop doing this? Am I supposed to do something different? Are we supposed to move? What's going on? I mean, I'm in a beautiful place. I love our new place. And, but what's his sign? And then it came to me that, oh my goodness, God was telling me. I mean, for the past few months, I've been seeing back up your computer on my little desktop. It would show up, have not backed up your computer in this many days. And then when we moved here, I told Jen, we got to, like, once we settle in, back up the computers, all the computers. And so she had it on her schedule, but we never did it. We didn't do it. We're busy, still unpacking stuff. And then I somehow started deleting files, and boom, it's like, wow. And so what I realized was, oh man, God was telling me all along, hey man, back up your computers. And, years ago, when we were having a really hard time and we just moved to Bellingham and we didn't know where we were going to live and what we were going to do and how we were going to do life, we thought we had to go live out in the county and live out by the mountain and grow our own food and start homesteading. and have a little energy medicine internet business, but just kind of live a low-key existence like that. And because we didn't know how to do anything, like how to do anything, I mean, like make money doing what we do. And so we thought, well, this is how we're going to go. And but when we were trying to sell our house in San Diego and then move to this house that we found out by the mountain, there was lots of roadblocks, tons and tons and tons and tons of roadblocks. Our house wouldn't sell, house wouldn't sell, house wouldn't sell. And then finally, there was a whole bunch of drama around it. But when we were in Kentucky visiting my mom and doing all sorts of stuff, we were practically lost. We were lost. And our cell phone only had one bar. And our realtor said, yeah, your house can sell in San Diego. Your house sold in San Diego. And then the other realtor was like, yeah, you can buy the house out in the, by Mount Baker up here, but you're going to have to pay a lot more for it. Do you want it? We can do it right now. And so we did. And we didn't check in with our heart. And what the universe was telling us, what God was telling us was, don't buy it, don't buy it, don't buy it. No, 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 no. And, or maybe there was a longer range picture, but basically there was a lot of issues once we got, when we sold that house in San Diego, and then we moved out to the mountain. We slept outside for a year, as a lot of you might know, and had to go through a lot of pain and problems and burning through lots and lots and lots of money. And really had to look deep inside, but a lot of miracles came out of that, you know, the Enlighten Up and Get What You Want class, the End Anxiety Forever class, my healing and coaching business, lots of stuff that was good. But I think the universe was saying, hey man, don't do this, do it this other way. But we kept going. And I think it's kind of like a GPS. God will keep redirecting. Okay, you took a wrong turn. Let's go, come back and come do this, do it like this now. And so what I realized this time around was I'd been told for months to back up my computer, and I didn't do it. And so what I think is going on is I got a very clear sign that when God talks and I hear it, do it, do this now. That's what I got. Like, oh my God, I will never, cross fingers, hope to, you know, whatever. I hope I never miss when God tells me to do something. Because that story of like, what I feel like, oh my goodness, I just lost all of my data from the last 2 years. You know, we sold that house and we forced our way into that other house. I hope to never not listen and not jump when I get that intuitive hit. So that's the lesson I got. And some really cool stuff came in. I was checking in with my heart. I put my hand on my heart. You can try this if you want. And, you know, you can check, you know, my name is Ralph. You can say what your name is, kind of get what your yes answer is. And then say my name is George, or my name is Fred, or my name is Nancy. And then see what that feels like and start to get your yes. And then what you can do is start to ask questions. It's optimum for me to do this or to do that or to do this, and start to check in. And so what I did was checked in over and over again, and some really cool stuff came to me. And so what I've decided, I haven't even told Jen the total picture of it. I told her a little bit of it yesterday, but it came in stronger today, is I'm going to start our Miracles, Magic, and Coffee show up again. Like it's a YouTube show that I was doing a little bit with my friend who had a near-death experience and did a bunch of interviews with different people. And I'm going to bring in a bunch of people. So healers, coaches, teachers, people that have figured out stuff around autoimmune, around anxiety, around love, and getting things to happen in their lives and stories. And so I'm going to be interviewing a lot of my old teachers. I want to bring the medical intuitive work into the world big, even though the founder of it, Sharon G. Mateo, has passed away. So I'm going to be asking for lots of interviews and getting lots of interviews. And what I realized was, you know, and this is what I haven't told Jen yet, is that, so you're hearing it before she gets up, is we're going to do more interviews with Jen, because I've done some interviews with Jen, and you can look for those on our YouTube channel. But she's starting one about vaccines, the vaccine monologues, to get vaccine information out to the world, and vaccine safety and what's going on politically and scientifically, what's found in all that. So you can look for that. And I'm going to interview Jen on that, because one thing that we had, I'll give you a little foreshadow of what we had, this dream that if we could get the information that can help families and kids thrive and not do stuff that hurts them, like vaccines or Roundup or, fluoride in the water, or, if we can do stuff, EMFs, the 5G, all that kind of stuff, if we can get the information out to people, to families, then their kids can do better. And part of it is something really cool that I won't tell you totally about, but there's a project that Jen and I have been dreaming about for years, and this is going to be the beginning of it. So look for that. And you can subscribe, click the little bell icon to be notified whenever the videos are up, and look for Jen's videos. Look for Jen's videos. It's called the Vaccine Monologues. It's one of our playlists is about vaccines. So some important information. Some people think it's taboo, which is ridiculous, because it's like, would you think talking about seatbelt safety is ridiculous? The science is settled on seatbelt safety. That's a whole nother talk. But we should be talking about vaccines and vaccine safety because we need to have our kids healthy, right? So let's get over that. So anyway, we've got a lot to tell you guys, a lot to share, and I'm going to ask a lot of people, a lot of you, to be on my show. So that's it for Sunday. I'm about to start I've been deep into meditation and Qigong this morning, because at 12 noon, I'm doing my once a month Miracles, Magic, Healing, and More show. Not show, but healing session. Look for that if you like. And I'll put it in the description. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. We're getting our couch redone with kids jumping on it for all these years. The cushions need a little work. So that happens tomorrow. And there's our rug that Ben was born on almost 8 years ago.